I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent Training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce Senate and Senator. So first of all, the word Senate has first syllable stress, which means the sen syllable is long and it has the clear vowel. This has the same vowel sound as in words like send or men or red. It's vowel eh, and we often do spell that with letter E. I've rewritten that here for you with two N's because that's a more typical spelling, for example, in the word penny, that we know we're going to have that eh vowel there rather than a different vowel for the letter E. Then the challenging part, I think, of the word Senate is you see here, it looks like the word eight that has vowel A. So this doesn't follow the rules. Typically when we have something like ate or made where there's an E, what happens in those words, the typical pattern is that that letter A would say the A diphthong, which sounds like A. That's because the silent E we say makes the letter say its name. So letter A is pronounced as the diphthong A. In this case, that doesn't follow the rules. It's more of a reduced vowel there. It would either be an I or a schwa. I've written it here as an I because I think it's easier to think of this word as Senate. If you do say Senate with an sound, a schwa, that's okay as well. You really just want a reduced vowel there, your length and your clear vowel on the first syllable, Senate. You'll also notice that if I say Senate by itself, I don't release that T. I use what's called a stopped T, so not Senate, but Senate. No air released there. The T is going to follow the rules that it does typically for American linking. So if I'm saying the Senate is, then I'm going to use a flapped T, the Senate that, or just Senate by itself, most likely a stopped T. You can find out more about these details for American T, for the vowel sounds, etc. in our Sounds of English course on speechmodification.com. It's a great overview for all of the sounds of English, how they're pronounced in different contexts and different words, and some of these details regarding how, for example, a T makes a different sound depending on where it is in the word and where the word is in a sentence. Check that out on speechmodification.com. Then moving on to senator, we have, again, first syllable stress. It's got the same first syllable, that red tent vowel, sen. And then here I've written the A as vowel schwa. Again, it can be an I or an senator, senator. Doesn't really matter too much. You're going to just have a reduced vowel there that's going to go by quickly. And then here, our T is following the rule or the pattern of being a flap T when it's between two vowel sounds and it's not followed by a stressed syllable. So basically, it sounds the same as we would say a D in the middle of words, which is a flap. My voice is on, I'm going up and lightly touching up for that T and D position, and then just dropping right back down. So it's not a hard D, not senator, but senator, senator. You can learn more about the flap T and the flap D in the middle of words in my videos for that, as well as on our Sounds of English course. So, practicing Senate and senator. Oh, one more thing about senator. We have the letters OR, but we have the sound So I think of that as an ER sound. The sound, the unstressed can be spelled with ER, with OR, AR, lots of different spellings. So just recognizing that it's the sound. You'll see it this way in the dictionary, or some dictionaries will write it like this with a schwa and an R. It is one sound. It's just how R sounds when it's in the middle or at the ends of words. So you can build up from the R if that gives you difficulty. Trying senator. Once you can say Senate and senator by themselves, do try practicing them in some short phrases so they come out smoothly and naturally with your new pronunciation. So right now the Senate has a 50-50 divide. The Senate is having difficulty passing any bills. There are many senators who are very partisan. My senators, I contact my senators when I want to let them know something about what I'd like them to do. Okay, thank you so much for this suggestion. If you have a word you'd like to see covered in this Word of the Day series, do feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'll add it to my list to cover in a future class. We'll be beginning our, what used to be our Friday live question and answer classes are now moving to Saturdays. It's a great opportunity to attend the class. You come to the live class on YouTube, type your questions in the chat, and we can talk about American English pronunciation, American accent, words, sounds, anything that you're struggling with as you're working through pronunciation difficulties, and I'll answer them for you live. So that's Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Seattle time, or 12 noon East Coast time on our YouTube channel. Check it out in the on our channel page, Speech Modification Seattle. You can see the upcoming live streams. Thanks so much, those of you who have joined as channel members. I really appreciate your support. Keep your requests coming, and of course, we'll cover your requests each week in our members-only class. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.